The latest news from around the country now. It's Wales at 6 with Jonathan Hill.
Set to soar to 30 degrees in some parts of Wales tomorrow. Pet owners are being urged to take steps to keep their animals safe. Our furry friends can be more susceptible to feeling the heat, and rescuers at RSPCA Llys Nini have been coming up with ways to keep them cool.
So during the extremely warm periods of hot weather, it's important to keep all of our animals cool. In very warm weather and hot weather cases, the vets quite often get see spikes in animals being taken to them. Sometimes older animals or very, very young animals don't sort of do so well in the extremes of temperatures. So yeah, there's quite often a bit of a spike in those cases. So with dogs, quite often what we do at the animal centre here is on particularly hot days, we actually provide them with a paddling pool so they can sort of just dip their feet. What a lot of people don't know is actually a lot of the dogs and cats actually sweat through their feet, and actually just being able to sort of put their feet in a nice cool area can actually do them wonders and help them keep cool. Quite often as well, we avoid exercise during the very hot times of the day as well, and certainly not over exercising dogs when out and about, so sort of no jogging and things like that in very warm weather, because that can obviously bring on potential heat stroke. When it's a particularly warm day, what we can do is we just get a bottle of pop and actually just fill that, an empty bottle with water. We prepare them and freeze them overnight, and we then just wrap them in a towel and pop them in with the ferrets, and quite often they're quite inquisitive and they'll actually just sort of snuggle up to it or play with it as well, and it just helps keep them cool. With our cats in our cattery here, we can just use a litter tray, or just a sort of shallow tray, just pop a small amount of water in with that, and you can actually just pop a few ice cubes in it as well, and that will just help keep the water a little bit kind of cooler. You can encourage your kind of cats to play around with it by just putting like toys and balls in with it as well, and they'll play around with them and get their feet wet, and that'll help keep them cool. Can buy various like pet cool mats and things like that, but yeah, a lot of these things can be done with things that you already have. As I say, empty water bottles, empty bottles that you can just fill up and freeze, ice in the freezer that you can obviously reutilize, or if you've got a litter tray for your cat already, just give it a good kind of clean and just use that, or some sort of tray, that shallow tray, you can just use that to pop in as well.
All good advice. Weather time now.